name is Avani, and this is Zoe and Scarlett. And today we're hosting Junior League Girl Talk with Gina Spagnola. How was your journey getting to this position that you're in, being such a grand person and the community of Galveston?
Oh, well, thank you so much, first of all, for being here. This is such a great honor. And I
Mm-hmm.
love the girl talk thing, don't
Aw,
you
thank you
guys?
so much.
So, my journey started in a little town of about 632,
Oh,
Hartford, Arkansas.
mm-hmm.
And I think, as far as what we're talking about here, is just leadership and giving,
Mm-hmm.
which is what you guys are doing. And that's what Junior League is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And my journey started really pretty easy. It was just watching my parents. It was watching my grandmother, who came to that small town. She was an immigrant from Italy. And it wasn't always welcoming when she first got there, but watching how she treated people and how she gave. And one of my fondest memories really was Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And from as long as I could remember, every Thanksgiving, grandmother would find out in our little town of 632 who was hungry, who might be by themselves. Maybe there was a death and someone was alone. And she would prepare all this wonderful food, traditional Italian food, and some just traditional American food too. And our custom that I grew up with my entire life was on Thanksgiving, seeing all the food go out, and then she would wrap it up and put it in little plates, and we would deliver it to people in the town that needed it, because she would say they need it more. Well, we didn't have a lot of money. And now that I think back, I was just telling someone this the other day, it wasn't a lot of food, but truly we would get back and it was almost like the food was multiplied.
Your family seems wonderful.
They were so good. It was all about
Yes.
helping. And really, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the lessons is, just working hard. They taught me, I watched them leave, every day and go to work and work hard. And my parents told me, you just always give 100%. No matter what you're doing, give it your all. You
Mm-hmm.
work hard, you show up, you give back. And it was just all those lessons. And it seems so simple, looking back, but it really instilled those really the greatest gifts in life.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
So, how do you balance your work and your personal life and your philanthropy? How do you balance it all?
So balancing is very difficult, but I will say that my life is my work.
Mm-hmm.
And so my family has always been a big part of whatever I do. I've managed somehow to treat the people that love me the most, that need me the most, to bring them into whatever I'm doing. And I traveled a lot. I get back to the community a lot. But my husband did that a lot too. And he would do those things with me. And he had a big, busy life too, managing professional boxers and traveling the world. And I could do some things with him and he could do some things with me. But it's really when we're together, giving the people that I love 100% of me when I'm there. But that's the one thing that I would encourage you, is to find that person that lets you be you and doesn't try to change you. And my husband knows my heart. My daughter knows my heart. My daughter now has become me. So
Yeah.
she's giving
Yes.
and doing stuff. I'm thinking she'll never want to volunteer. She'll never want to do all these things.
Yeah.
And then I look and I see her with that heart and wanting to give. But that would be a lesson, is that it is hard. It's hard to manage. And my job is a big job and it never really stops, because it's in the community and you're helping schools and helping people and programs and doing stuff. And that doesn't really stop, but I'm able to just incorporate it and know when I need to put the phone down and spend that quality time with my family.
That's so sweet. I'm going to pass it on.
It's difficult.
It's
Good
difficult.
question.
So hearing about how you were a young woman and in a small town and you were able to really branch out, what advice would you give young women who maybe feel tied down and want to also expand themselves?
I want to say that's such an incredible question and concern that I see with kids even here in Galveston. And one of the things that I love that we do is, I'm going to throw out Lemonade Day, because it gives us the ability not only to introduce a program to kids, over 1,200 in this county, how to own and operate their own business through a little lemonade stand, financial literacy and customer service and all those things. But the sweet little gift and that sweet little lemonade is being able to talk to kids about, don't let your situation define you. Wherever you are in life. I was in a little small town of 632. We were farmers. I didn't have all the opportunities that you had. We didn't have acting and all. I would have loved to have done that. My love is dancing. Would have loved to act and dance and did all these things. We didn't even have it. We lived in a town like Footloose where you couldn't dance in your town. It was dry, which means that you couldn't buy alcohol. You couldn't do those things. So it was truly like living in Footloose. So you had to kind of sneak to go dance and do things like that. And so my mother, lucky again, kind of took me from that situation. We'd drive like 30 miles to the big city. And I went to modeling school. So I learned etiquette and I learned those things. But she never had that. No one ever taught her that. So she took us and she wanted more. But I would say dream big. Don't let anyone define your potential. If I can do it, you can do it, and you can do even much more. But just don't settle. Wherever you are and whatever you believe in, don't ever let anything or a situation or a small town define you. If you work hard and you show up, character is everything, being honest. Your integrity, your reputation, all those things matter forever. They really do. They define you. And so I would just say dream big and just reach for the stars.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Do you think you've raised your daughter with like the same drive as you?
Oh, yes, I think so. I think an important thing about a parent is showing them. My daughter has had to go through so much more than I have ever had to go through. And so different times, but I think the best thing that we can all do in life is be that person that they're not sure what it is about you, but they want it. They want to be like you. And even through jealousy, even through treatments. And I mean, there was jealousy in small little towns and things like that. And, I'll share this little story. Just playing basketball. I played basketball. I was an all-state basketball player. My mother played, my daughter played. And I was told by some mean girls that I wasn't going to make the team and this and that. And y'all, I don't know if this will make the video, but they cut up a snake and they hung it on my locker hook and it dripped all over my uniform, my brand new, and we got Converse tennis shoes, y'all. That was the big deal back then. And we didn't have a lot of money, remember? So that was like, it was all in it. So I opened the locker. There was a note for me not to try out, and it was just a bloody mess. So what do you think I did? I thought a minute, and I thought, this moment will define me somehow. I'll either run out, call my mom, cry, and not play basketball, the thing, or I'm going to put on the bloody clothes. And not only did that, I went like that.
Wow.
And went out, and the coach said, what in the world is going on here? And guess what? Nothing ever happened again because it wasn't stopping me. And so be brave, be bold, and be yourself. Do not let anybody bully you into something that you're not.
These young girls were bullying you. You were able to like fight back in your own special way.
Yeah. It's hard. It's really hard. And you guys have a whole different journey than we had because you have social media and you have all that. And I would say about social media and those things is be yourself, be you. It's a very scary thing on social media. You can pretend and you can make up a life that is not real and that everything is wonderful and this and that. And I would say don't share your personal information. Go on there and like things and put out good things and learn some of the good things, but just be careful to protect yourself. Don't believe in all that. Research the real things and find out the real information. But all of that is a very dangerous, dangerous thing to be in. And we didn't have that. You have a whole lot of other issues that you have to deal with. No, we didn't. So I would just say, really be careful. Those are reputation things too. All of that lives forever, so just always, my dad used to always say, especially when you're writing things or doing stuff like that, is that something you would want to put on a billboard and have everyone read, and so just be careful, because all of that stuff stays. I always say too, when you're angry at night, things happen in business and stuff, and you just want to put something really ugly down or whatever, write it all out, do everything, and just don't send it, and see if you feel the same way the next day in relationships and everything like that. Just be cautious.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and like the way you grew up. It's amazing to be here with you today and sit with you and talk, and like thank you for like being a part of our community.
I'm very honored, and I love having you here in my office, and I know you're all going to be doing great things. So thank you all so much.
So much.